Hello world, this is a bit of a curveball today, but to put not too fine a point on it, YouTube is driving me crackers. They have started to introduce a taxation system. Now, I say started, I don't know when this thing first started. All I know is that up until a couple of years ago, I've never been bothered about it. But every so often, YouTube reminds me that I've got to now fill in a tax form, a US tax form, which I do dutifully. But now they've started asking for documents to prove my my residential status as being the United Kingdom. Apparently, there is some sort of tax agreement. Now, I know nothing at all about tax. I've always been PAYE in this country, which means I've never had to bother about it. But apparently there is a tax agreement between the US and the UK and lots of other countries as well, whereby if you're paying tax in the UK, which I am, you don't need to pay tax on income from outside the UK, i.e. with the US. So you don't need to pay US tax at the same time as paying tax in the UK. So all my income from YouTube, I say all my income, is absolutely pitiful. To put it this way, if I earn £1,000 in a tax year, I would have to sort of do a tax assessment thing, a self-assessment thing. And I don't earn anything like that. If I earn a tenth of that in a tax year, i.e. about 120 quid, is roughly what I get in a year from working on YouTube. It's slave wages, but whatever, YouTube will not accept any kind of proof of residence that I try and submit and send in to them. And I don't know why. What I've done so far, I've tried the sort of usual things of scanning in a P60, my NI documents, which have got my UK status on them. The P60 doesn't, actually. It doesn't have an address on it, which, really sort of counts that one out. But, certainly my NI thing has that I'm a resident of the United Kingdom. I've been onto the government's tax inland revenue website. Apparently there's a form there is a form you can fill in to prove that you are a resident of the United Kingdom. That's all they need. Proof that you are a resident of the United Kingdom. I will share with you the cover letter that I got with that form. Certificate of Residence Request. Thank you for contacting us on blah blah. I enclose the certificate of residence you need for the tax authorities in the USA. The certificate of residence does not guarantee that your claim for tax relief under the double taxation agreement will be successful. The overseas fiscal authority will decide if you meet the conditions and if they can allow the relief. Please tell us if you think they've refused the relief that you should be entitled to. We'll then consider contacting them on your behalf. We'll do this under the mutual agreement procedure. We may also give them information to help with their decision. During our checks, we may have to give information to tax authorities in the USA. We'll do this under the double taxation agreement or legislation. You may need to fill in a UK self-assessment tax return for income included in your certificate of residence request. You must include this income as part of your worldwide income if you're completing self-assessment tax returns. To find out if you need to fill in returns, go to gov.uk and search self-assessment, which I've done. And yeah, apparently if you're earning less than £1,000 a year in a tax year, so from April to April, you don't need to fill in a tax return. That's my understanding of it. However, the reason why I'm coming to you is because the form, here's the form, I'm holding it upside down so hopefully you can't read any of it, but there's a signature here which looks like it's been done in pencil. I appreciate that it's probably a scanned in PDF of the signature, but it doesn't look particularly official. But that's the form I scanned in. And YouTube are having none of it. So presumably I need to go back to the Inland Revenue here and ask them what to do. However, I'm also asking you. There are different rules if you're a company making videos for YouTube than if you're an individual making videos for YouTube like me. It's only me doing this. There's no great team of people behind me. If there was, I'd get more views. So yeah, just for individuals, just for normal individuals who occasionally make a few quid out of YouTube. Because in January, I was due a certain amount of money. It was just over the threshold limit. The threshold limit for when you get paid in YouTube is £60. Once you've earned £60 worth of income, they will pay you. All right. And I had gone over that. But then on the day that I was supposed to get paid, suddenly the just over that £60 went down to £58 something. And I thought, oh no, they're not going to pay me because I haven't got to the £60 limit now, because they've taken tax off. They've taken a lot of tax off. Okay, they take up to 30% tax off. All right. So now it does kind of reduce the morale, really, because some of my videos that I've made, particularly the hi-fi videos I make, do very well on YouTube, at least for me. They at least get into the thousands of views. All right. So I really want to know, if you're an individual making videos and earning just a pittance out of YouTube, just maybe a few hundred quid or something, have you filled in your US tax form, which you'll find in Google AdSense? There's some forms that you have to fill in. Have you provided a certificate of residence? Did you have to do anything else? Okay, because I really don't want to make videos for YouTube if I'm going to be sort of paying half of it off in tax. They've as I say, they've taken like 30% tax off of what I had actually earned in January. So yeah, not best pleased, folks. So any help, greatly appreciated. And yes, I will see you with a better video, hopefully very soon. Remember YouTube, like, subscribe, share if you dare. Please consider a super thanks if you found this video of any benefit whatsoever. And I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye bye.